Hey, what's up everyone? It's Duncan from overlandjournals.com. It's one of those mornings, it's like Christmas for me, or it's like my birthday, because I'm going to get a fitment done to the 4B. Now, particularly in Australia, when we go travel outback or any form of overlanding, we got long distance to cover before we even get anywhere close to the track or the destination. And one of the things I've struggled with over time is the glare of sun, and the sun just practically coming through to the cabin through the windscreen. And particularly if you're traveling during summertime, it can be really harsh sun. That's what we've got here in Australia. So last few trips that I did, that's something I didn't enjoy, and I had to find a solution, because the sun comes through the windscreen, and it's not just the glare on my eyes, but also it just warms up the dashboard, warms up the camera equipment, the GPS units, and everything else. It just gets hot in here. And no matter how much I'm running the air conditioning, it's not strong. It just the strength of the sun coming through is much higher than the air conditioner can keep up. So eventually, after doing some research, I decided to get one of those Sunnvisors that sticks out of the windscreen on the outside. Now, funny enough, I think we're about the only country in the world that seems to install these Sunnvisors onto our windscreens. How effective this is going to be, I'm not sure. I've spoken to a few people who do have the visors, and they've all said it's worked well for them, but then none of them had been 80 series. They were different brands, different makes. So I'm curious, and I'm hoping it'll work out the way I'm expecting it to, whereas I get full shade within the cab area. Of course, that's when the sun is completely down and in your face. There's nothing you can do, but then that's not harsh sun, so that's not so much a problem. What I'm trying to prevent coming into the cabin is the midday sun, mid to early afternoon sun, which I'm trying to prevent. So hopefully this will work. And also, the thing was, the standard visor that they manufacture it's a black mesh with a aluminium surround edge that comes through, and I'm a bit fussy. I like everything kept to a certain palette, so I wanted the whole thing in black. So that was going to take a little bit longer for them to do for me. So it's been 2.5 weeks, and I got the call yesterday, so here I am off to try and get that installed. So again, I hope it works. If it doesn't, at least it'll be cosmetic, you could say. Hopefully it'll make it look good. So here's fingers crossed it'll be both cosmetic and functional. So I just got the installation done, and I'm heading back home, and I must say I can immediately see the results. It's not a very sunny day today, it's overcast, but yet I can see the difference, and I hope my other camera picks it up, and so it gives you a difference between before and after. So I'm pretty happy and pretty stoked with it. And it doesn't cost much. If you're interested in the price, I paid, well, the price is, if you go to their online store and you make the purchase yourself, it's about $270, I think, it is, depending on which part of the country you're in. There will be postage included in that. You can do the installation yourself. It's a very easy installation. It just gets riveted onto or screwed onto the outer two gutters. If your vehicle doesn't, it's one of those more newer age ones which doesn't have the gutter. There is an installation for that as well available, I believe. Now in my case, I got the installation done by the supplier, because my thinking always is, if I do the installation myself and I mess up, then I've only got myself to blame and fall back on. But if it is done by the supplier and there is something wrong later which I pick up, I can always go back to the supplier, and the supplier will always make good on it. So I don't mind paying that extra, in this case $50, which I paid for the installation. And in my case, I paid close $420. That included the supply, the installation, and also getting it powder coated in black, because that's how I wanted it. So I think it's well worth the investment. I'm very stoked. To give you guys an idea from the outside, so here come, let's take a look. So here it is. So it's that's what it is. And I had it powder coated in complete black, because usually this comes, the sort of the outer edges comes in aluminium, and these as well. But I wanted it completely in black, because that kind of keeping in line with everything else I've got in this truck. So I hope you found the video useful. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. My channel is all about sharing my overlanding experiences with the wider community. If you got any comments, please do leave them behind. If you got anything else to share that might be useful to me, leave them in the comments below as well. And I'll leave a link below to the company that I bought this from. It's a place called Roof Rack World here in Adelaide, South Australia. Link below, go check them out. And they've got a comprehensive online store as well. So I'll see you next time.